up.
Top 10 most wanted list. A cryptocurrency scam.
If you stole $4 billion from the entire world, what would you do? In 2017, Ruja Ignatova did just that and literally vanished. But her escape isn't the real mystery. It's how a ghost currency blinded global elites and millions of people all at once. This is The Fallen Fortunes. Today, we unravel the most flawless vanishing act in financial history. This is the story of Ruja Ignatova.
Fallen.
The year was 2017, the month October, the night of the 25th. Deep in the shadows of Sofia, Bulgaria, a woman walks through a budget airline terminal. In her pocket, she carried the keys to a $4 billion empire, real cash, stripped from the hands of millions. But her chosen escape route wasn't a private jet. It was a $29 one-way Ryanair ticket. Destination, Athens. She boarded the plane, she landed, and then she vanished. Not for a day, not for a week. She has been a ghost for nearly a decade. Just 2 years prior, she owned the stage at Wembley Stadium. 70,000 people chanted her name like she was a god. Ruja, Ruja, Ruja. The media called her the Cryptoqueen. The tech world hailed her as the ultimate savior who would finally put a bullet in the head of Bitcoin. Today, the FBI lists her alongside bloodthirsty cartel bosses and global terrorists, the single solitary woman on the most wanted list.
Today we are announcing and happy to announce that Ruja Ignatova, an international fugitive who allegedly masterminded a vast worldwide fraud scheme, is being added to the FBI's top 10 most wanted list.
Our hope is that naming her to the top 10 most wanted fugitive list will draw attention to her and her alleged crimes and allow us to bring her to justice here in the United States.
She promised to kill Bitcoin. Instead, she took $4 billion of real money, left the world holding a worthless, hollow Excel spreadsheet, and executed the most flawless vanishing act in financial history. Why did millions of people hand over their life savings to this woman without a single second thought? Because she wore the ultimate armor of elite credibility, an Oxford PhD in law, a McKinsey consultant, a partner at Germany's most prestigious firm. Her resume didn't just look perfect, it looked arrogant. Every line of it whispered to the investors, "I am far too wealthy and far too educated to ever need your petty cash." And that exact arrogance was the most lethal product on the market. The year was 2014. Bitcoin had just crossed the $1,000 mark, and the world was losing its mind. The internet was a toxic echo chamber of people screaming because they didn't buy in early. They felt poor. They felt left behind. When human beings lose their minds to FOMO, the fear of missing out, they stop looking at logic. Ruja smelled that fear, and she didn't just sell a coin, she engineered a cult.
OneCoin, who is supposed to be the Bitcoin killer. We will be the biggest out there, and we will write history. And to fuel the growth of OneCoin, which I strongly believe will be the #1 cryptocurrency worldwide.
While the anonymous creators of Bitcoin hid behind computer screens in filthy hoodies, Ruja took the stage in gowns that cost more than an average annual salary. She publicly mocked Bitcoin as a clunky toy for criminals. She had the looks, she had the pedigree, she had the perfect silver-tongued narrative. She had everything, and eventually, she had your money. In 2015, a blockchain expert decided to do something incredibly dangerous. He asked to see OneCoin's underlying technology, and that's when the entire multi-billion-dollar matrix fractured, because there was no blockchain. OneCoin, the self-proclaimed Bitcoin killer, the second largest cryptocurrency on planet Earth, was nothing but a glorified Excel spreadsheet. When Ruja wanted the price of OneCoin to skyrocket, she didn't rely on algorithms or mining power. An IT employee in a dark room simply typed a higher number into a database cell and hit enter. It was a phantom currency, a digital illusion, but nobody checked because nobody wanted the dream to end. While Ruja was drowning in unimaginable wealth, the real cost of her illusion was paid in blood across 175 countries. Retired teachers in small Western towns emptied their life savings. Desperate farmers in developing nations mortgaged their ancestral lands just to buy fake packages of hope. Behind the $50,000 dresses and the roaring crowds, there was a black hole.
I can't sleep, I can't eat anything because it's kind of something is heartbroken, is losing something that is a lot of money.
When you hear people's pain and suffering, I can't walk away. I won't. We'll keep going. I'll keep advocating on behalf of the victims, and I'll keep going for justice.
The coin never existed. By 2017, the federal government had seen enough. The fraud was bleeding too deeply into the U.S. financial system. The FBI managed to flip the one man closest to her, Gilbert Armenta, Ruja's American financier and secretly her lover. They bugged his luxury apartment, and through the wiretaps, investigators heard everything: the shell companies, the money laundering, and the final betrayal. Armenta was preparing to hand Ruja over on a silver platter, but Ruja was always the smartest monster in the room. Somehow she found out. The arrest warrant hadn't even been signed yet. She had a window of maybe 48 hours. She cleaned out the bank accounts. She loaded billions of dollars into cold hardware wallets, small enough to hide in a coat pocket. One small bag, one budget airline gate, a $29 ticket to Athens. When the FBI finally kicked down the door, the Queen's throne was ice cold. Nearly a decade has passed. An Interpol red notice, a massive FBI bounty, the full combined weight of global law enforcement. And yet, absolutely nothing. The Cryptoqueen did not just run away. She unraveled the fabric of reality itself. Today, international investigators are left with three chilling theories. Theory 1, the plastic ghost. With $4 billion, you don't just change your name, you buy a completely new face. Forensic experts believe she underwent radical facial reconstruction. Right now, she could be sitting on a super yacht in Dubai, looking directly at the people hunting her, completely unrecognizable. Theory 2, the mafia's silence. The darkest theory, the one that goes viral every time it surfaces. Declassified documents link OneCoin directly to Eastern European organized crime, and the mob has a very specific way of handling liabilities. Intelligence leaks suggest Ruja was executed on a yacht in the Ionian Sea, her body dismembered and dumped into the ocean to bury the money trail forever. Theory 3, the invisible elite, the most uncomfortable theory of the three. She didn't hide from the system. She bought it. $4 billion can purchase the permanent protection of intelligence agencies and corrupt regimes. She isn't a fugitive. She is an asset shielded by institutions too powerful to pressure, in places too convenient to question. Did Ruja Ignatova truly beat the system, achieving the ultimate untouchable freedom? Or is she trapped inside a prison of her own creation? A nameless ghost with a fake face, terrified of every shadow running from a world she can never return to. The real tragedy isn't that she pulled off the perfect heist. It's that right now, as you watch this video, someone somewhere is risking their entire life savings on the next version of OneCoin. A different face, a different stage, but the exact same trap. This is the Fallen Fortunes. Real stories, real money, real consequences. Remember, the wolves of modern capitalism never come at you with bared teeth. They come wrapped in Oxford degrees, multi-million-dollar promises, and brilliant stage lights. But when those lights inevitably go dark, the wolf always vanishes with your fortune, leaving you alone to face the consequences.